You're listening to Rodney Rogers Outdoors Radio, where we turn it upside down and look at the outside from the inside out. It's safe, it's legal, and we're having a blast. So put your shoes on, my friend, because we're going outdoors.
Alrighty. Woo, that scream always scared me. Welcome to Rodney Rogers Outdoors. I am Rodney Rogers. This right here is my partner, Coach Cheese and Crime, Mike the Man Coy. You're looking in that cup like there's a lizard, like you got a roach in your coffee.
No promises.
No. Okay, so yeah, welcome to Rodney Rogers Outdoors. This is our 1 hour vacation for the week. We get to talk for a whole hour. We found out that our Twitter works. So if you want to hashtag us a question.
We found out that our Twitter works, so there's good news.
You want to hashtag us a question? Hashtag us at RROR, which is Rodney Rogers Outdoors Radio. You can check us out there. You can also, you got it?
I'm just playing with things,
Okay,
Rodney.
I see that.
Ignore me.
Because last week we started.
It sounds a little squirrely, but that's all right.
No, it sounds a little. I like it this way. I can hear.
I like you too, Rodney.
You can call us at 262-345-7763. I think you made some. My guy.
Drink it.
That's some hot. I did taste it. That's some hot chocolate. I'm really not sure what's going on.
I'm not sure what the milk did.
Oh.
It had a mind of its own.
If I vomit on the radio, you'll know what happened.
Yeah, you will.
So you know what? We're going to randomize our talks tonight. We're just going to blow it out. You know what I mean? We're going to make it happen. So,
are you familiar with Lever 2000?
The soap?
The soap, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Your for all your 2,000 body parts, right?
Is that what it says?
That's
2,000?
that's the slogan.
Do I have 2,000 body parts?
I
only focus on one.
Well,
really.
here's the deal.
Just saying.
I was in the shower the other night.
Okay, that's the part I'm focusing on.
TMI already, right?
Okay.
But my wife says, honey, are you washing your 2,000 body parts? Well, you know me, this is a challenge all of a sudden.
Yes. So now you're counting them.
Exactly. So I start taking inventory.
You're taking inventory of your body part.
And I come up with a couple conclusions.
Okay.
Number one.
You miscounted.
I'm probably not showering as thoroughly as I should be.
What'd you find? 6?
Yeah. Well, yeah. And number two, I'm definitely missing some things.
Yeah, definitely.
Because I'm going to need a checklist. Because like you, I focus on probably the big 7.
Yeah. The head.
Yeah.
The armpit.
Well, and quite honestly, one of those
the elbows.
I'm gaining too much weight. One of those I can't even reach anymore.
Right.
So I think I'm going to back it down to the big 6 probably.
Yeah. The older you get, the less body parts are. Yeah. We need a lever 3.
But here's the good news.
Okay.
I did find a couple areas I probably should be washing. and a couple I'm not sure I'm allowed to.
Okay.
So
for that long a period of time, anyway. Okay,
yeah, I don't know how that works. So I definitely need a checklist.
Yes.
And
checklist.
Something to compare
we need that waterproof board. We can just check out elbows.
Exactly.
Yeah. Hand.
My wife, she's gonna kill me. She's like, ooh, how?
She's on a train.
No, yeah, she is on a train.
We're safe. She's on a train.
That's our new secret. Put the family on a train, then go do the show.
Then do the show. Yeah.
So she's like, ooh, how am I gonna know what I can touch? I'm like, ooh, you'll know.
You'll know. it's voice guy.
You'll figure.
You'll figure it out. Mike, I'm looking in this cup right now. Have you ever left coffee in your truck for like 5 days? I mean, literally, you go and you pull your lid off that coffee cup and you go,
I might want to perfect this.
Should
recipe.
I taste it?
The fact of the matter, taste is good.
The taste is good. I did chew on
it.
I chewed on
that
the particles that went in my mouth. So if you want to call us, hey, check this out before we get things totally cranked up. We will be That's awesome. We will be doing our second biannual biannual camping trip on Moccasin Island.
But here's the deal. For reals, check this out. We've been doing this. This is going to be one of those shows. This is our second full year
of shows.
Right?
Yes, absolutely.
And this is our second camping trip.
Yep.
So although we did one in the very preliminary stages of year one,
yes,
we've really been, and our plan is to do this annually.
Yes.
So we did one very early, year one. We skipped a year.
Yeah.
So for 2 years, we're doing two.
So it's weird how the third year squeezes in. So it's called our Christmas camping trip. You can find our info on RodneyRogersOutdoors.com. And it basically says just show up to the boat ramp, the location that we give you. We'll have a boat there every 30 minutes or so. And the sites are beautiful. Call us. You can call us on the Rodney Rogers Outdoors hotline. And that actually goes to my cell phone.
Yeah. And all the details, if you just go to Rodney Rogers Outdoors, all the details are there.
Yes.
Where to meet the boat ramp, what time. And again, if you have any questions, again, call the number, email us. All the information is there right on the homepage.
Absolutely. And it says bring a tent, but there is a canopy.
But if you don't want to sleep under a tent, by all means, don't
bring a hammock. There's plenty of trees. There's a big canopy out there, a big like a gazebo that's 30 by 40 or something.
It's like if you go to the park and you would have a pavilion.
Right.
It's kind of one of those. So you could sleep on the picnic table there if you want.
Absolutely. And we'll have this island to ourselves, honestly.
Well, minus
sort of. What?
The passerbys.
We get passerbys. We get the Jehovah's Witness always approach us. Sometimes.
Wow. The noise died when you said that.
Where's the crickets? I need my sound effects. So
move that away. That's what's doing it. Move that away.
Is it? Oh, good.
You're the culprit. Yeah.
Right on. That's it. Man, these electronics are very finicky.
So when they say we're preparing for takeoff, turn off your electronics. Don't be that guy.
Oh no. Let me tell you.
Seriously, don't be that guy.
You want me to tell you a little electronic story real quick?
Sure, why not?
So my buddy is flying from Orlando to Colorado. Now his buddy is taking a different air flight, and coincidentally, they're in front of each other. It's like he's on Gus, my buddy Gus. He's on one plane, his buddy's in the other plane, and they're laughing, joking each other about electronics on the airplane. Ha ha! I got my electronics on. Well, the pilot in front of him, his pilot says, "Well, we got a little bit of a delay because the airplane in front of us blew a tire on takeoff." So they blew the tire on takeoff. They got to land with a blown tire. So the last thing he text his buddy was, "Oh yeah, you guys blew a tire."
Oh, that's crazy.
As he had to shut off his electronics.
Yeah.
So when he turns his phone back on, the first thing he sees, "Oh yeah, you guys blew a tire." So they got to land with this blown tire. So I just thought that was funny. Whew.
Don't be that guy.
I'm not glad I'm not on that plane. So Mike, how was your weekend? It was Halloween weekend.
Happy birthday, Rodney.
Was my birthday yesterday.
Was it Halloween? Did you have any trick-or-treaters?
I did actually.
Did you really?
I did. Yeah. No, Mike, I didn't.
No, I didn't. Yeah.
We went to Mayaca City.
Mayaca.
Yeah. We went to Mayaca City, and my buddy he got married on Halloween.
Really?
Dude, the coolest picture ever. Did you see the picture I posted on Facebook? Okay, it's two minions.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Who's the daddy minion? Who's the father of the minions?
Papa Minion.
I'm periscoping at the same time. Who's Papa Minion? Anybody know that? Who the Papa?
Do they have separate names?
The dad is. I think they call him Gru.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. Somebody.
Come on, somebody.
Never seen it. Everybody's saying I've never seen it. So yeah, the father minion. The preacher dressed up as the father minion. He had the scarf on, big fat guy. Groot. No, that's Guardian of the Galaxies.
Are you sure?
Yeah, Groot. Yeah. No, is it Groot? Oh, wait a minute, Groot. Something like that. Anyway, I think I'm getting railroaded here. So anyway, beautiful. I mean, it was awesome wedding, very fun. Congratulations to Tim and Ivy for getting married.
You know, I actually
have an applause thing.
Yes.
Do we?
You want it for reals?
Yeah.
There you go. Wow, that's a lot of people at the wedding. Wow.
Yeah. Congratulations.
Okay, shut up, people.
Uh,
Shut up, people. It's a lot of people at that wedding.
so yeah, absolutely phenomenal wedding. It
Very
was
enthusiastic crowd at that wedding.
October 31st. Wind chill factor was somewhere around 93. We had a good wind chill factor. No wind at all. So it was a great wedding. Mike, did you get it down?
I might be calling in for sick work tomorrow, or work for sick work.
Never mind. You're calling in sick tomorrow. We got you. I'll do it for you.
Can you write me a note?
I dressed up as a guy.
You did. It was a silver guy. You were a silver guy.
Silver. It's called Slender Man. I had the Slender Man costume.
Very appropriately fitting for you, Rodney.
I thought it was very.
You're like, I can do this.
Yeah.
I can pull this. I can pull this off.
I thought it was the most suave, debonair guy. You know what I mean?
You looked in the mirror and you said, "Who could I be?"
Oh no, Mike! You ready for the best part?
Slender Man.
I pulled this handkerchief out of my pocket, and I would do like the little fly.
Did you do this?
I swear, I did it, and then I did the magic trick many times. I made so many people laugh; it was crazy.
I really wish I could have video of your magic tricks.
I even did it with a cup. I took the cup and did the fly, made the cup disappear.
It's so funny. I'm looking at the Rodney Rogers homepage, and there's your buddy Timmy who got married. He looks different without the minion costume.
Yeah, he's definitely a minion. So, Mike, how was your weekend?
I don't even remember, Rodney.
You guys were south for your show.
Yeah, we were. It was hot.
Yeah,
again,
hot.
It's November now, and it was closing on 90 degrees.
No, I gotta tell you,
I'm ready for some fall weather.
Patrick,
you
can party with Rodney. It'd be a blast, I assure you. So, I'm periscoping and we're doing the show at the same time.
You're out of hand.
So, Mike, where are we at? We talking? Oh, we got viewer mail tonight.
We do?
Do we?
We got a little bit of everything tonight.
Dude, let's poke a viewer mail.
Do you want to?
Because I got some top news. What do we do first?
You got news?
I do. Let's
start with the news. What do you got for news?
Okay. We don't have like a news intro. Maybe we got to.
What do you want? You want some news intros?
Yeah. I'll take it. We'll take it. Check this out. So you know that in Florida we had the bear hunt. So Florida's controversial bear hunt began Saturday on its opening bear season for the first time in 2 decades. Animal rights advocates and protesters have tried repeatedly to delay the cancel the hunt or cancel it. And I know that because I was in the FWC office and they were having they had judges and they everybody was in there trying to get this thing canceled. Here's what it is. And I learned this myself. When you buy a fishing or a hunting license in most states, especially in Florida, you now are in public records. Anybody can look you up and see
interesting. Yeah.
What license you bought. So people are getting their email addresses and their phone numbers and harassing them. Are you you know what I'm saying?
That's a problem.
That is a problem. So they're trying to get to where the state was like, can we make hunting license? And the FWC was like, no, it's public records. We have to make it public records. So
why is that?
That's a great question. It doesn't explain why it is, but I'm going to do some more research into that and find out why that is. Yeah,
why is it? Because I want to hunt a bear or a deer or have a fishing license that you need to make that public record.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense. So I'm going to find out that answer, to tell you the truth.
That's interesting.
Yeah, it is. I thought it was totally interesting. So yeah, they would harass them, threaten them. I mean, they really went the gamut with these people. So here's another thing. There's a couple things. Is this guy goes on to now in the hunting season, we all have exactly the fact that you get a permit puts you at risk. So we've all been part of hunting leases or places that we hunt. And we've all heard stories of the big buck, the infamous old Henry or Uncle Buck, the giant buck everybody's seen, but no one has been able to shoot. This guy goes on, he goes hunting with a buddy. He goes onto these people's lease and he shoots what is probably going to be proven to be probably number 1 or number 2 state record. You know what I mean? It's literally a giant buck.
And he's on property he shouldn't be on?
Nope, he's on the correct property. So he shoots the buck. He takes it into camp. He strolls in with this giant buck. Strolls in. He's got this giant buck, and everybody's proud. His buddy calls the DNR, Department of Natural Resources, says, dude, we got a giant record buck here. Come to find out, this guy had his hunting license revoked. Yes.
Oh boy. Did it say for what?
For a hunting infraction that he had done the year previous.
Okay.
So he was basically poaching. He was hunting without a license, and payao. They had to confiscate this world-class buck. Legendary buck confiscated in Louisiana will not become a record. Even though it was killed, it will not be a record. How horrible is that? So,
wow.
Yeah, make sure that your buddy's hunting with the correct license. Make sure. We got one on here. So dude, I got to tell you, there was this one here, this one story, and we talked about this because I'm going to Colorado next year to go hunt. So I told myself I got to get in shape. 30-year-old man goes to Wyoming on an elk hunt and dies of altitude sickness.
Mm-hmm.
Did you see that?
Mm-mm.
But you've heard of that?
I believe it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's bad stuff.
If you're not used to that altitude change, that'll mess you up.
He hunted for 4 days and came up with these flu-like symptoms. His buddy said, look, dude, we got to get you to a hospital. You're sick. He goes, no, dude, I got the flu. He sends everybody hunting. They come back with a mule deer, and then they find him unresponsive. How sad is that?
That's sad.
Yeah, that's super sad. So, more hunters die of heart attacks during hunting season than any time of the year. I don't know if you knew that. I don't know if we've ever said that. So, because you get that deer and you just think your body is designed to do this. It's not. You've been sitting on the couch for a year, so it's not designed to do this. So, if you're a hunter, exercise, get checked out, get a physical before hunting season. I do it every year. I mean, this
is a very understated point. That really is.
We almost had it firsthand.
We like to not admit some of these things.
Yeah,
that's exactly. Going. You know what I mean? We armchair quarterbacks and think we're better in shape than we are, but
yeah,
especially. I mean, you're 48 now.
7. Thank you, Mike, for adding a year. I appreciate it.
I was thinking the year you were born, 68. So
okay.
You're 47. You're born in 68.
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yes.
Just to redeem myself.
68. Exactly right.
And I'm a little bit past that. So I mean, you can't deny some of those things that's going on with your physical health. You need to take consideration of these things, especially when you're out where people aren't around. You're on your own, or a couple, you and your buddies, or add altitude to that, hiking it through the mountains when you do this once or twice a year.
What a lot of people don't understand is when you add altitude, you thin your oxygen out.
Big time.
And man, I've been there. I've been 8,000 feet, and I can walk 10 feet and I rest. I eat a Reese cup.
Oh, for sure.
Keep my energy.
That might be a problem. The Reese's cup. Yeah.
The Reese cup. Maybe I should stop that. So, Mike, what do you got, buddy? That was my top news for tonight.
Well, you know what November is, right, Rodney?
It is.
Come on.
It is hunting season.
It is hunting season. This is where we go into full blown. This is the time of the year.
Yeah,
this is the time.
November 7th in our zone, which is Zone C. We start full hunting season on the 7th.
Okay. Woo-woo. However, this is a Manatee Awareness Month.
Yes. Oh, that was my next. We can shoot
November.
Those?
Yeah, you can shoot those. From what? Am I wrong?
No, I want a manatee so bad.
I
know they're easy.
You can't shoot them. You can ride them.
Wait a minute. I think there's more manatees than bears.
Yes, but you cannot shoot them.
They're still on the danger list, but the bears are.
Absolutely are. With winter's chill approaching, Florida's manatee are on the move. Manatees cannot tolerate cold water. and may begin to seek warmer water and temperatures start to drop below 68 degrees. We got a ways going for that.
Yeah.
We're still in the 90s.
We're not at no 68 degrees.
But here's what's interesting. I mean, the FWC really, and I'll be honest with you, the FWC, sorry anybody associated, is not a very welcoming site. But when you start digging into it, the information is there. They've got a lot of really good stuff.
On that thought, Mike, I watched the FWC's Periscope the other day. They were awesome.
Really?
They were absolutely awesome. They answered every question I asked.
Really?
Those are biologists running that camera. So I just thought that was absolutely phenomenal. I wanted to talk about it tonight. They did a gopher. They had this gopher tortoise. I was at, I've got the gopher tortoise app. And I was like, why do we have this app? How does it help you guys? So I just thought I'm going to throw that in. So go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, it's great. And if you are in the state of Florida and you're an outdoorsman / hunter / fisherman, any of that, FWC is your Bible.
Oh yeah.
They're the rule makers, the rule enforcers.
Absolutely.
So you want to go there. If you can go to the other there's a lot of other great websites out there, but if you go to the FWC, that is the heart and the meat of the matter. You want to follow their rules, their guidelines. And the fact of the matter is their website is stocked with all kinds of information.
Yeah. Even not necessarily laws, but just general information.
Incredible guidelines. For example, if you go to myfwc.com/manatee, that simple, you get a ton of information on the manatee.
Really?
When you can shoot them, how you can shoot them. I'm kidding. The
harpoon
the
specifications.
No, actually, I humor myself.
You know what manatee tastes like, right? It's a cross between bald eagle and Florida panther.
Manatee. I don't know how to spell it though. Manatee. And the first thing you see when you go to myfwc.com/manatee is, and again, you can't be an outdoorsman in Florida without referencing this site.
You
cannot.
The key is the reference,
because this is your encyclopedia / Bible / everything. But on the first thing it says where can I see manatees?
Right.
And if you click on that, it shows maps. It shows the different. I mean, it's got all the information. If you're just interested in them,
it's amazing. What will happen? What?
I think it's spoiled. But it's fun. The information is there, and they've got it laid out really, from maps to diagrams to.
You can snorkel with them. You can dive with them. You can swim with them. You just can't touch them.
Can't tickle them.
Molest them.
What?
That's
wow.
It's called manatee molestation.
Took a left turn. So, anyways, this is Manatee Awareness Month.
It is Manatee Awareness Month.
Because the temperatures are dropping. The manatees are searching warmer waters.
Yep.
The Blue Springs up here is a great place if you're in the Central Florida area, where, and again, the majority of they actually give on this homepage one of the facts and figures, but boats are the primary
access
killer.
Yeah, but you know what? Hold on. I have been reading tons of studies, and there are studies that disprove that boats are the #1 killers of manatees. I'm going to post that on our timeline, on our Facebook, just so people can read it. I did some killer research. I feel like I've done my due diligence.
You did do your due diligence,
and they are not. So I can't explain why, but
So you think might be some
absolutely overpopulation is one of them.
Whatever.
If you look in the areas where manatees are swimming, I mean, they're just not. Their food source is very limited. Very limited.
Yeah, but you don't think boats running over them and doing speeding where they shouldn't be isn't a big offense to these? Really?
I don't. Well, do boats hit manatees? Absolutely. They absolutely do. But as far as kill ratio to the manatees, it's bacteria. when they swim like the Indian River. Those bacteria that kill all the fish, the red tide, they also kill manatees.
Sure.
They kill a large portion of the manatees. When we're talking boat kills, we're talking less than road kills on the highway. You know what I mean? Manatees know boats. When they hear a boat and they hear an approach, they dive. Not
all of them.
Yeah, all of them. They sound the alarm, and they all know. Yeah, they do get hit. It's by absolutely no, but it is not the number one killer. It is.
But do a slow down. Heed the no wake zones.
Absolutely,
and
by all means. Slow down. Heed the no wake zones. If you see any disturbance in the water, odds are it is a manatee, especially this time of year. Just idle your boat.
Yeah,
they'll get out of your way. Just pay attention.
They're not speed demons, so give them some room.
When you're a fisherman, manatees are extremely aggravating. They will come up to your boat. I know because I've had like 7, 8, 9 manatees right up to my boat, and just not move. So it's a pain in the butt because there's so many manatees. I've only seen one bear in the state of Florida in the 40 years that I've hunted.
How many manatee?
Zillions.
Yeah, zillions.
Literally
capital
Z.
You know what else has been official as of October 30th? The FWC says red tide has been confirmed in Florida. What's red tide, Rodney?
Red tide is a plankton. It's like a bacteria that's in the water and it kills specific fish. Depending on the toxicity of the red tide determines what fish it kills. Doesn't kill all the fish. Sometimes it's redfish, sometimes it's mullet, sometimes it's, so it's just different fish. Sometimes it's feeder fish. So red tide is temperatures of the water. It rarely happens in the wintertime, and it's mostly in the summer when the water heats up, plankton builds up, and these algae blooms happen. So it's basically just a toxic algae bloom that goes all over the United States.
But it doesn't just affect the fish.
No, it affects mammals. It affects, you don't want to swim in a red tide area.
Even
it won't kill you, but it's not good for you.
No, but even if you're near the coast on red tide, you feel it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, here it says people in a red tide area can experience varying degrees of eyes, nose, and throat irritation. And we've been there exactly. We've been near like Jacksonville one time with the red tide.
Yeah.
And it was like you just wanted to cough all the time, and it felt like you were coming down with something. People who with severe or chronic respiratory conditions such as asthma or chronic lung disease are cautioned to avoid these areas with active red tides.
So that's a big deal. I remember the first red tide I saw was millions of dead fish on it was amazing.
Yeah.
Never seen so many dead fish. So
pet owners are advised that red tide poses a risk to animals brought to the beach. If a pet swims in a red tide patch at the beach, rinse off their fur and their paws as soon as possible with fresh water. Also, do not let pets eat the fish or drink water from the red tide. So, good point. Yeah. You're used to letting your dog run in the beach.
And you can sign up for the red tide alert on the FWC website, which you and I have, I believe.
Yeah.
I know I have. I get it every day.
What else we got, Rodney?
So, man, that's...
now I got another question for you.
Yes, quest away.
Here's one thing I saw on the FWC website.
Talk to me.
Temporary regulation change for Rodman Reservoir.
Yes.
Which means nothing, but this beginning November 1st. It sounds like they're doing something with the dam or the reservoir, what they're calling a Rodman Reservoir drawdown.
Drawdown, yep.
So I don't know what that means. I want you to explain it to me. But here's the regulation: largemouth Excuse me. Let me try that one again with the right accents. Yep. Largemouth. Never mind. Bass caught in the Redmond Reservoir north of Highway 316 must release immediately.
Yes.
The bass, according to Florida Fish and Wildlife Conservation Commission officials.
They draw this down 7 feet every so often. I don't know what the time. I don't know what the increments are. It's once every couple of years.
Okay.
What it is there's so much weeds and algae. They draw it down. It does a lot of good for.
What's a drawdown? What's that mean?
Drawdown is basically they drop the level. Rodman Reservoir is a dam that they tried to build across the state of Florida. So basically, they tried to So you wouldn't have to go all the way around the peninsula.
Okay.
They wanted ships to be able to go straight across.
Oh, really?
So they started off of St. John's River. They started dredging these canals to get across Florida. They started on both sides. They started on this side, it's Rodman, and on that side, it's Dunedin in Crystal River. Yes.
Really?
So they were going to meet in the middle and have this amazing shortcut.
Which makes sense.
It's like the Panama Canal.
Save billions of dollars.
Exactly.
Probably, yeah.
So the Rodman Reservoir is actually dammed. It's the only dam in the state of Florida on the St. John's River. So you can dam through, or you can put in on the Rodman Reservoir. So basically what happens is they keep that dam closed and it fills up with rainwater and all the good stuff, and it fills up above the level of St. John's River. Does that make sense?
Okay, sure, yeah.
So certain times of the year, they draw it down because it gets, hydrilla balloon. It just gets crazy. So they draw it down to lower on the hydrilla. So they literally drop the level by 7 feet. They open the gates. They let it run to St. John's River, and that runs obviously north. and they dropped and they closed the gates. Now, what happens is the Rodman Reservoir is a huge, it's a big trophy bass lake reservoir. So the bass just start biting because you just took out 50 billion gallons of their environment. So you just narrowed them down to a small area. They went from here all the way to here. So now they're pretty easy to catch, and it's easy to get your limit. So it's easy for everybody in the state of Florida to go up there and catch giant trophy bass, go home and clean and just empty it out. This is where conservation is at its finest. During that time, when they're their most vulnerable, we're not allowed to take fish out of there. We're not allowed to keep them. You catch them, take a picture, you release them. So that's where conservation comes in. If there was no conservation rules, we'd go up there and clean that place out, and there'd be no fish. You just put your hook in, they bite, we fill the cooler up, we go home. We can do that all day long. We could have 10 million fish. So that's where that is actually conservation at its finest. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think you just brought a tear to my eye.
I have fished the Rodman Reservoir. It is absolutely gorgeous. The water there is beautiful, and you're literally fishing at the treetops. I mean, they flooded this area out. It used to be trees 30, 40 feet tall. And you're literally fishing on a tree. You look down in this crystal clear water, and you can see the tree all the way to the ground.
That's cool.
It used to be ground.
That's cool.
And it's amazing fishing. It's an amazing fishery, and the FWC has done a fine job at containing that place.
Let me say something.
Absolutely.
For those people who don't know how we conduct this show. We both bring our top news. We do kind of independent research and bring them.
Exactly.
And this was obviously one of the news stories. I like to go to my FWC for a lot of news stories. But we didn't share this.
Nope.
And this was so unique to me because I'm going to read a paragraph from the news story from my FWC. During the drawdown, fish are highly concentrated and very vulnerable to angler harvest.
What?
The regulation is meant to decrease largemouth bass mortality during this short window. You nailed it. I mean, so my point being, this is not prepped.
No,
we didn't talk about this.
We had no idea what we were going to talk about tonight.
So you being able to give me the back, I mean, you brought a tear to my eye. The fact that the depth of your knowledge, the breadth of your knowledge is just amazing to me.
And I have only fished that reservoir one time during a drawdown. And I'm talking 10, 15 years ago during my tournament fishing days. So it's been a long time.
So they're saying what you're saying. Take your picture, but you got to put it back in. You can't take these home with you.
Yeah, and that's amazing that you read that story.
Yep.
And that's just, wow.
Yep.
That's awesome.
I'm going to say one more thing.
Absolutely.
Because we are going to November, which is kind of gets on into the full-on hunting season.
Yes, full-on hunting season.
We're getting on duck season. We just finished bear season if you were around for that 2 days. Deer season.
We got duck season coming. That's my favorite.
Yeah, Tony Young actually put an article up on the FWC said stay tuned, stay informed with these tips for a hunting season. And he did a phenomenal job. And I as always, the time is flying by on the shows. I want to read some of this because he did just a great job breaking down.
Lay it on us.
I'm not going to. We don't have time. So you go to the homepage of the FWC. It says stay informed with these tips for hunting season. But he breaks it down from
if you don't know, Tony runs Hunt Florida on YouTube.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Check that out as well. I'm sorry, I just wanted to.
No, but I was really impressed with the way he broke it down because especially, and we've talked about this before, it's so vast.
Yeah.
There's so much information. There's so much going on, especially as we get into hunting season in November. But he broke it down from here's his headlines or his categories: general gun season, private land doe days, fall turkey and quail, miscellaneous regulations, snipe and dove, happy hunting, summarizes with happy hunting. And that doesn't even do it justice because he breaks down the season. I will read something for you. Check this out, just to give you an idea. November means the 2015/16 hunting season is in full swing. In this month's column, I cover the high points of what you need to know about general gun, fall turkey, quail, snipe, and the second phase of morning and white-winged dove season. The first thing you need to do is pick up a $17 Florida resident hunting license. Non-residents pay $46.50 for a 10-day license or $151.50 for 12 months. If you plan to hunt one of Florida's many wildlife management areas, you also need a $26.50 management area permit. But don't forget to study the brochure for the specific. So, I mean, he's done a really, I mean, he's broke it down that clearly on what you need to know.
And that's important.
Yeah.
That is absolutely probably.
Happy birthday.
Shh, you can't sing that.
Oh my God. Look at this.
Happy birthday to you.
Holy moly.
Sing with me.
I don't know if we can.
Happy birthday,
Birthday to Rodney. Happy birthday.
to
What a pleasant surprise, Kim. Oh,
Yeah,
my oh me.
Ready? Did I get it on the first shot?
You did.
You want to set it over there?
Yeah.
That's pretty wild. Good job, Kim.
So I got to do a wish, right? Thank you guys so much. Thank you. Sweet, thank you. Well, look at that cake right there.
So we've kind of been celebrating Rodney's birthday for the last day or two or three.
Holy moly. You know we're going to knock that cake out.
Officially, yesterday was your birthday, Rodney, right?
Yes, yesterday was my birthday. And my wish was that everybody would come to our 100th episode. We're having a 100th episode at Gnarly Barley. That would be awesome. That's going to be fun, Mike. Oh.
See, you know that happy birthday is actually...
I thought you were playing it. I honestly did. Was you playing it?
No, that was my wife's beautiful canary voice.
Is that her?
No. Happy birthday is totally copyrighted.
It was. It's not anymore.
Are you sure?
I'm positive. It was a big news deal. Jim Phillips talked about it.
I don't know.
I'm very firm with the Jim Phillips.
Well, I spent a lot of time combing the web for happy birthday songs that weren't copyrighted.
Right.
So please indulge yourself for the next few minutes. That's what's going to be playing in the background. So we can't get fined for any of these. So Rodney, to awesome. You, this is
good luck all year through.
Thank you so much. Here,
Yes.
I'll let our listening audience hear. You can hear.
It's your birthday. It's your birthday.
brings a tear to my eye.
That is absolutely awesome. Do I look funny up there?
Happy
though?
birthday
to you.
These are
is finally
Froze. We're froze.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
I ain't froze. You froze.
I ain't froze. You froze. We ain't froze. Look at that, Mike.
It's your birthday.
It is your birthday, Rodney, right?
Thank you so much, my brother.
Oh, okay. We got plates. We got short. Did you bring we got like 94 viewers right now, baby. You got to bring some more plates and
Yeah. Hey, Ken.
Thanks, sweetie.
You want to see something better than a birthday cake? Look at that drink right there. You can take that with you if you like.
Rodney doesn't like my coffee.
Let's try it again.
You know who else shares your birthday, Rodney?
I'm dying to know, Mike.
Marie Antoinette.
Really?
Yes. How about this one?
Great people.
Daniel Boone.
Oh, what?
Yep.
Stop.
Yep.
Mike, I didn't know that.
Different year, not the exact same
What?
68, but different year.
I'm hoping.
Burt Lancaster from Here to Eternity. Yep. My friend Dave. No, his is on the 20th. Never mind, not his. Nelly, the rap artist Nelly.
No,
you and him like
not
this.
Nelly.
Yep, Nelly. Katie Lang.
Come on, not Nelly.
David Schwimmer from Friends. He's 49.
I like David Schwimmer.
Bobby Dahl of Poison.
Okay.
I thought you get a kick out of that one. He's 52, so he's
Okay.
that was strange.
We're kind of close. Me and Bobby, we're like
you,
that.
You and Bobby Dahl of Poison.
went
You
to
go
different schools
way back.
Bobby and I went to different schools together.
Do you know what was happening in 1968 when you were born, Rodney? Do you
What was
recall?
happening?
How
I'm dying
good
to
was your
know.
memory?
What was
You're
that?
just serving up that. You're digging right in, aren't you?
We're eating cake, Mike.
We're on. Let's talk about 1968. In both Europe and America, Japanese imported cars and other goods were continued to rise, and the government blah 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 blah. Here we go. The Reverend Martin Luther King was assassinated.
Assassinated in 68. That I knew.
And Robert Kennedy
Oh, he was assassinated in 68?
was mortally wounded when he was shot. The peace movement had continued to grow, and more Americans were against the war in Vietnam.
I knew that.
And once again, more riots occurred throughout the cities in America. The music scene was again set by the Beatles and the Rolling Stones. Fashions flirted with see-through blouses.
Oh, what? Whoa.
See-through blouses, Rodney.
Wait a minute.
And middies and maxi skirts joined the miniskirts as part of the fashion trends. President Johnson announces on nationwide television that he would not run for another term. The heck? 1 year older than you were before. You're 1 year. We're super psyched.
I like it, Mike. That's awesome.
These might be the next happy birthdays that we can sing royalty free.
I showed them the cake. They said that was just mean.
You know what also happened in 1968?
What
the
else?
Gateway Arch in St. Louis, which you've been to the top of, is dedicated.
The Gateway Arch in St. Louis was dedicated in 1968, which is when I was born, which I will never go up in again. I'm not going to do that. I can't.
The Redwood National Park is created in California to protect the giant redwoods.
Man, that's a lot of exciting stuff, Mike.
I know. The nuclear-powered U.S. submarine Scorpion sank in the Atlantic Ocean with the loss of 99 crew members.
Oh,
And the Beatles released their White Album.
no way.
Ready? Let's do some more. I'm enjoying celebrating your birthday.
I'm here, brother.
You know what I mean?
Happy birthday to you. Yes, you. It's your birthday.
The Boeing 747 made its maiden flight in 1968.
The 747.
747. That's
Maiden
pretty wild.
flight. Yeah, it is pretty wild.
NASA launches Apollo 7, the first manned Apollo mission. Isn't
No
it
way.
interesting when you put things in perspective of the year? I mean, when you were born,
Yeah,
that
yeah.
snapshot.
That wasn't that long ago.
Airbags.
No.
Alan K. Breed invents an airbag that deployed and inflates automatically on violent impact using nitrogen gas.
That was in 68.
68.
We put them in cars and when?
I know.
90s?
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Yeah, no kidding.
Wow.
Apollo 8 orbits the moon, becomes the first manned space mission to achieve this feat. Dr. Christian Barnard performs the first successful heart plant.
No way.
Yeah. The U.S. explodes experimental hydrogen bomb.
Oh, well, that's nice.
911.
Was invented?
Yep. Started in the U.S., which provided a single number for reporting emergency and is manned 24 hours per day, 365 days per year.
911 was
You-
invented in 68.
So you didn't realize the year you were born. You know what else?
What's that?
ATMs.
ATMs, 1968.
First Philadelphia bank installs the
welcome.
first automatic teller machine in the U.S.
You're welcome.
Pop culture. Ready? The first Big Mac
No.
goes on
68
sale
was the
in
first Big
McDonald's.
Mac.
How much?
50 cents. 53 cents.
Wow, 49 cents.
49 cents. Oh, man, that was close. The first Big Mac, 1968, was 49 cents. I would have bought 100.
Rodney's getting old. He has to repeat everything I say.
I
know.
It's Big Macs. I remember them Big Macs.
What else? The Beatles created Apple Records and recorded Hey Jude as the first single on the label. The CBS television news magazine program 60 Minutes, shown for the first time. 60 Minutes in 1968. Wow. Let's see what else we got. Popular films. What were some popular films in 1968? One of the most popular studied from film students.
It's your birthday, yes, you.
It doesn't get much more catchy than that.
That is awesome. 68. Frankenstein? No, that was in the 40s.
The Graduate.
Oh, The Graduate.
Remember that?
Yes.
The Graduate, 1968. Guess Who's Coming to Dinner? Bonnie and Clyde. Valley of the Dolls. The Odd Couple. Planet of the Apes, and Rosemary's Baby were some of the popular films. How about cost of living? We pretty much buried this episode. Let's keep going here.
Bread.
Average cost of a new house.
$15,000.
Wow.
How close?
You were $14,950. You were $50 away.
$50 off. What?
And the average cost of a new house. Well, the average income per year was
25.
Wow, it's high.
Oh, is it high?
$7,850.
$7,000. Wow.
Average cost.
Average
income per year. Average rent per month?
120.
$130. Very good, Rodney.
Nice.
Gas per gallon?
40 cents.
34 cents.
Okay. I was going to say 38.
Average cost of a new car in 1968, Rodney?
New car, $2,500.
28.22.
Nice.
How about a movie ticket?
Movie ticket, oh my gosh, 20 cents.
Yeah, this one caught me off guard. $1.50.
Oh, $1.50. Wow.
Seems high for a movie, right? I would have guessed, totally guessed.
Yeah.
Gallon of gas, 34, but okay.
Yeah.
Federal hourly minimum wage.
Minimum wage 1968 was $1.10.
$1.50.
$1.50. Okay, okay. Not bad.
Sorry, $1.60. So 10 cents more than it would cost you to go to a movie. Here's some fun facts, Rodney.
Talk to me.
What the heck is this going on over
Fun
here?
facts.
Okay. If you saved $50 every day,
Yep.
starting at age 5,
Yep.
by now you would have accumulated.
Oh no. How much a day? 50 cents?
$50.
A $50 a day from the time I was born?
Yep.
I would have accumulated $57,000.
I don't even know. I think I wrote it down wrong. I think it's $7 million. Does that sound right? That sounds
Really?
Or 7,000, one or the other.
50 cents a day.
Did you do it?
No.
So either way, it doesn't matter, right?
No, it doesn't matter. I didn't do it, Mike.
So Rodney, you today will reach retirement age of 65
What year?
on the 2nd of November, 2033.
2033. That's not that far, Mike.
It's not that far. That is 6,574 days from now, or 18 years. That's not, when you look at it that way, you got 18 years, dude, till you're done.
Yeah.
Since your birth, your heart has beaten 1,730 times. Oh, million times.
Million times. Okay, I was going to say.
Yeah. 1730 million times. And if you never cut your hair since the day you were born, Rodney,
Yep.
it would be 19.7 feet long.
Well,
I'm going to guess that's not what you've done.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm a little shy on that one. I've been dead for many years now.
Oh my gosh.
So
Well, I'm making a mess over here.
I am too. We gotta sanitize this whole area over here.
So yeah, so I searched the internet on royalty-free birthday songs, and this is pretty much the brilliance we came up with.
This is awesome.
I can make this little mixtape available for people.
Better. These are better than the Happy Birthday to You crap. So I like them.
They actually had a competition. I'm going to verify your is the birthday song still copyrighted?
Verify it.
I'm going to verify it.
They took it out of copyright because it's so used.
So if that's the case, and I'm sorry for bludgeoning you with all these songs,
I like these better.
But they actually had a competition
to make a better song.
To make a song that could become the standard,
right?
Without all the copyrights. So this is the results that you're hearing.
Yeah. Yeah. Nobody won. I can see it now. Nobody won. Dude, it's been an awesome birthday. I've had an awesome couple days. 47 years old. You know, you look back when you're in your teens and you go, man, 40 years old. I had a guy pull out in front of me, and I told this to my uncle that passed away here recently. And I go, man, this guy made me so mad. This old codger made me so mad today. Pulled right out in front of me. And my uncle goes, now, this was several years ago. He goes, well, how old was that old codger? I said, he had to be 42, 43 years old.
That's sad.
Yeah. I'm the old codger, Mike.
I know. It is funny because when you say, how old was that person? Like, he's an older guy. He was 53, 50-ish. Oh, shut up.
Yeah. You know what? I don't see it as I'm 47. I see it as I'm, you know me. I'll still jump on an alligator.
Yeah.
I'll still climb a fence. My body sometimes when I wake up the next day realizes that I probably shouldn't. I'm a whippersnapper. Yeah.
Well, it's interesting because as you get older, I mean, your brain is filled. I could say, what's some of the highlights? I mean, that's You live in highlights. You live in I mean, they all blend together to make life. It's all life, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know what that means.
What? Like my daddy said 1,000 times. You know, it's all about the story. You know, what did you do in life? What stories can you tell me? Because my dad was a storyteller. He was an absolutely one hell of a storyteller. And, you know, did he embellish? Of course. That's what makes a great story. You know, it's like Alexa said, it's just a number. 47. And you know me. You know, take the smooth road or take the story road. I'm on the story road every single time. I want a story at the end of that road.
Taking the story road.
Taking the story road, Mike. T-shirt. Taking the story
That's
road.
true, though. I mean,
it's absolutely true.
No matter what it goes, it's still the story you're telling.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're human beings. We love a story.
We love a story.
You know, and
matter of fact, that's how you and I met. Me telling the stories.
And me thinking everybody has a story.
Yeah, exactly.
And you had a story. You have a story. Your life is a story. You know what? We started off 2 years ago. You would tell a story every episode.
I would. And I need to bring my computer and maybe tell a story every 2 or 3 episodes.
And I'll say it doesn't have to be every time.
Yeah.
Maybe the first weekend of or episode of every month.
Oh, yeah. You know what? That's a great idea. I've written down so many stories. It's ridiculous. I can give us 6, 8, 10 months of good stories.
You've got some good ones.
Oh, yeah. So let's do that.
I love it.
It is the first of the month. So let's do the second show of every month. We'll do one of my stories.
I love that.
Let's do that. And I got some doozies. So, this like. I can't believe my phone made it this long. 4%.
Really?
Yeah, story time with Rodney. That's what I'm talking about.
I love it. Well, I'll tell you what. I mean, birthdays.
And our listeners have stories. Is that Patrick told? Remember this story Patrick told when he?
Oh yeah.
That was an intense story.
That was fun.
Faith, I didn't get to see your comment. Woo, Mike, thank you. Look at this.
I know. Happy birthday,
We're
Rodney.
living like kings. Thank you, brothers. You totally went on. You made me feel special, man.
No, you are special. I'm glad I
Yeah.
can.
Thank
I
you,
mean,
brother.
we're going into hunting season. We're going into the holiday season. We're going into the season where we're approaching on 2 years. We got our camping trip
We got
coming
a lot
up.
of
We
stuff
got our
coming.
100th episode coming up, which is going to be a lot of. I've been in a very reminiscent
Time.
point of view.
The next couple of months is just
Oh,
holy
absolutely.
crap. We made it.
So I actually was focusing on kind of that reflective time, and I was thinking about one of my favorite writers, poets, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Let's do
Jack Handy
it. Okay.
had some thoughts, some deep thoughts.
I'm gonna eat some cake while you talk.
You eat cake. Listen to this, Rodney.
All right.
I believe you should live each day as if it's your last, which is why I don't have any clean laundry. Come on. Who wants to do laundry on the last day of their life, right? When I die, I want to go peacefully in my sleep, like my grandpa did, not like the screaming passengers in his car. Maybe to understand mankind, we have to look at the word itself. Basically, it's made up of two words, mank and eind. I mean, what do these two words mean? It's a mystery, and so is mankind.
Right.
Is there anything more beautiful than a beautiful, beautiful flamingo flying in front of a beautiful sunset? And he's carrying a beautiful rose in his beak, and also he's carrying a very beautiful painting with his feet. And also you're drunk. I don't know. It's easy to sit there and say you'd like to have money, and I guess that's why I like about it. It's easy, just sitting there, rocking back and forth, wanting the money.
It's easy. Want the money.
If I ever get rich, I hope I'm really mean to poor people. I hope I'm not really mean to poor people like I am now. Screw that one up. I wish I had $1 for every time I spend $1, because then, yahoo! I've had all my money back. That, my friend, would be nice. I remember how my great Uncle Jerry would sit on the porch and whittle all day. Once he whittled me a toy boat out of a larger boat I had. It was almost as good as the first one, except now it had bumpy whittle marks all over it. No paint, because he'd whittled off all the paint. When I found a skull in the woods, the first thing I did was call the police. But then I got curious about it. I picked it up and started wondering, who is this person and why he had deer horns? As the light changed from red to green and back to yellow and red again, I sat there thinking about life. Was it nothing more than a bunch of honking and yelling? Sometimes it seemed that way.
Exactly.
And I hope that when I die, people will say of me, that guy sure owed me a lot of money. And lastly, Rodney Rogers, listen close.
I got it.
When you die, if you get the choice between going to regular heaven or pie heaven, choose pie heaven. It might be a trick, but if not, boy.
And as my mama said 18 million times, and I pray I get to say it half as much, you kids get outside and stay.
Happy birthday, Rodney.
Thank you, brother.